The black luxury car moved slowly into the old street. No one on that street knew who was inside. After many years, the billionaire had returned. He did not tell the media. He did not tell his company. He wanted to see his past quietly. The street looked smaller now. The houses looked older. But his memories felt heavy and fresh. He asked the driver to stop. He stepped out and looked around. This was the place where his life had once changed forever. He walked slowly. His eyes moved from house to house. Every wall, every gate, every tree brought back pain. Then he saw something that made him stop. A small girl was standing near a big, rich house. She was thin. Her clothes were old and dirty. Her shoes were broken. She held a small plastic bag in her hand. Her voice was low and weak. "Please, can I get some food?" she said softly. The billionaire felt a tight pain in his chest. He did not know why, but something about the girl touched his heart. The big house door opened a little. A black maid looked outside carefully. She looked left. She looked right. She did not want anyone to see her. She saw the little girl, and her face changed. Not anger, not hate, kindness. The maid quickly pulled the girl inside. The door closed fast. The billionaire stepped back and hid near a tree. His heart was beating fast. Why was a child begging at this rich house? Why was a maid helping her in secret? Minutes passed. Then the door opened again. The maid came out quietly. She held a small food box and a bottle of water. She gave it to the girl fast. "Eat quickly," the maid whispered. "Do not let them see you." The girl nodded. "Thank you, Auntie," the girl said. "My mommy is very sick. She cannot work." The billionaire froze. "My mommy is very sick." Those words hit him like a knife. The girl opened the food box and started eating fast. She was very hungry. The maid looked scared. "If they see me helping you, I can lose my job," she said softly. "But I cannot watch a child starve." The girl looked up with tired eyes. "I will go fast," she said. "Thank you for being kind." The billionaire watched everything. His hands started to shake. Then something else happened. The girl lifted her face into the light. The billionaire's breath stopped. Her eyes, they were his eyes. Same shape, same deep look, same sad shine. His mind started to race. No, it cannot be. He stepped closer, hiding behind a parked car. The girl turned her head. For a second, she looked in his direction. Their eyes almost met. The billionaire felt like the world stopped. In that moment, his heart whispered something he did not want to hear. What if this is my daughter? He pushed the thought away. Impossible. He had no proof. He had no idea. But his heart would not listen. The maid finished helping the girl. "Go now," the maid said. "Come back tomorrow if you need." The girl hugged the maid quickly. "God bless you," the girl said. Then the girl started walking away. The billionaire followed from a distance. He kept space. He did not want to scare her. The girl walked past broken houses, past empty shops, past trash on the road. Finally, she stopped in front of a small, damaged house. The paint was falling. The door was old. The windows were cracked. This is where she lives? The billionaire felt pain in his chest again. The girl opened the door and went inside. The billionaire stood outside. His mind was full of questions. Who is this child? Why is she poor? Why does she look like me? Who is her mother? His phone started to ring. He did not answer. He could not move. He looked at the small house. Then he looked back at the big rich house. Two worlds, one street, and a secret hiding between them. The billionaire whispered to himself, "I need to know the truth." His eyes became serious. His heart was heavy. He did not know it yet. But this little girl was about to change his life forever. The billionaire did not leave the street. He stayed inside his car and watched the small, broken house from far away. His mind was not calm. That little girl's face stayed in his head. Those eyes, they looked too much like his. He told his driver to wait. "I need to see something," he said quietly. Minutes passed. The door of the small house opened. The little girl came out again. This time, she was carrying a small bucket of water. She struggled to lift it. The billionaire opened his car door without thinking. Then he stopped himself. No, not yet. He followed slowly on foot, keeping distance. The girl walked to a public water tap. Other poor children were there too. They laughed. She did not. She filled the bucket and started walking back. The billionaire felt a strange pain watching her. A child should not live like this. On the way back, something unexpected happened. The same black maid from the rich house appeared. She looked around nervously. Then she walked fast toward the girl. "Hey, little one," the maid whispered. "Wait." The girl stopped. The maid took a small bag from her pocket. Inside was bread, fruit, and some medicine. "For your mother," the maid said softly. The girl's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," she said. "She is very weak today." The maid knelt down. "Is she getting worse?" the maid asked. The girl nodded. "She coughs all night," the girl said. "She tells me to sleep, but I hear her crying." The billionaire stood behind a wall and listened. His chest felt tight. The maid closed her eyes for a second. "I wish I could do more," the maid said. "But if they find out, they will fire me." The girl looked scared. "If you lose your job because of us, I will never forgive myself," the girl said. The maid smiled sadly. "Sometimes doing the right thing is scary," she said. "But a child should never be hungry." The billionaire felt deep respect for the maid. She had nothing, yet she was giving everything she could. The girl went back to her house. The maid stayed outside for a moment. The billionaire took a deep breath. This was his chance. He slowly walked toward the maid. The maid turned and froze. Her eyes became wide. "Who are you?" she asked, nervous. "I'm not here to cause trouble," the billionaire said calmly. "I saw you helping the child." The maid looked around fast. "You should go," she whispered. "If they see us talking, I am in danger." "I only want to understand," he said. "That child, she looks very sick and tired." The maid's face became soft. "She is strong," the maid said. "Stronger than most adults." He hesitated. Then he took out his wallet. He pulled out an old photo. It was a picture of a young woman. Beautiful, kind eyes, gentle smile. His late wife. "Do you know this woman?" he asked quietly. The maid looked at the photo. Her face changed. Shock, confusion, then fear. "Where did you get this?" she asked. "She was my wife," he said. "She died years ago." The maid's hands started to shake. She looked toward the small house, then back at him. "That woman," the maid said slowly. "She looks like the child's mother." The billionaire felt the world spin. "What?" he whispered. "The mother showed me her old photo once," the maid said. "She said her past life was taken from her." The billionaire's heart started beating loud. "Taken from her how?" he asked. The maid lowered her voice. "She said rich people pushed her away," the maid said. "She said she tried to tell someone the truth, but no one listened." The billionaire felt his legs become weak. "Did she ever say a name?" he asked. The maid shook her head. "She was scared," she said. "She said powerful people could destroy poor people." The billionaire closed his eyes. Guilt, fear, hope, all mixed inside him. "Please," he said, "can you take me to her?" The maid hesitated. "If I help you, I can lose everything," she said. He looked at her with honest eyes. "If that child is connected to me," he said, "then I need to fix what was broken." The maid studied his face. She saw pain, not lies. Finally, she nodded slowly. "Come tonight," she said, "when my employers are asleep." The billionaire held his breath. Tonight. The truth was closer than ever. But he did not know. Someone else was already watching. From the window of the rich house, a shadow moved, and trouble was coming. Night covered the street like a dark blanket. The rich houses were quiet. The lights were low. The billionaire walked slowly beside the black maid. Neither of them spoke. Every step felt heavy. They stopped in front of the small, broken house. The maid knocked softly. One knock. Two knocks. The door opened a little. A weak woman stood there. Her face was pale. Her body looked thin. Her eyes were tired, but strong. The billionaire's heart almost stopped. It was her. Not the woman in the photo, but the same eyes. The same face shape. Time had hurt her. Life had hurt her. But he knew. This was the woman from his past. The woman looked at him. Her eyes became wide. Shock, fear, pain. "You," she whispered. The maid stepped back. "I will wait outside," the maid said softly. The billionaire and the woman stood facing each other. The air felt heavy. "Why are you here?" the woman asked. Her voice was weak, but her words were strong. "I did not know where you were," he said quietly. "I did not know the truth." She laughed softly. Not happy. Not funny. A broken laugh. "You do not want to know," she said. "You chose your world." His head dropped. "I was lied to," he said. "They told me you left. They told me the child was not mine." Her hands started to shake. They stole my life, she said. They told me you rejected us. Silence filled the room. The little girl stood behind the door. She watched quietly. Her small hands held the wall. Mama, the girl whispered. The woman turned. It is okay, baby, she said softly. Go sit. The girl did not move. She looked at the billionaire. Fear, curiosity, hope. The billionaire knelt slowly. He made himself small. I will not hurt you, he said to the girl. I promise. The girl did not answer. She stayed close to her mother. The woman took a deep breath. They came to me, she said. Your people, your family. His heart sank. They said you were done with me, she continued. They said you never wanted a poor woman. Tears rolled down her face. They took my phone, she said. They changed my address papers. The billionaire's fists closed. They controlled everything, she said. I was pregnant. I was scared. He felt sick. They told me if I tried to contact you, they would destroy me, she said. They said I would lose my child. His voice broke. I would never do that, he said. But they did, she replied. She coughed hard. The girl ran to her. Mama, please, the girl cried. The billionaire felt his heart break. He saw his own blood, not in DNA papers, but in love, in fear, in strength. She is yours, the woman said slowly. I never lied about that. He looked at the girl. Tears filled his eyes. My daughter, he whispered. The word felt heavy, beautiful, painful, real. The girl looked confused. My daddy, she asked softly. The billionaire could not answer. He cried. A man who owned cities. A man who controlled millions. Crying like a broken father. I should have been here, he said. I failed you. The woman shook her head. We survived, she said. That is what matters. The girl looked between them. Are you really my daddy? She asked. He nodded slowly. Yes, he said. If you will let me be. The girl did not smile. She stepped back. Why did you not come before? She asked. That question hurt more than any knife. He had no answer. Before he could speak, a loud voice came from outside. What is going on here? The rich neighbor woman stood in the doorway. Angry, proud, cold. She looked at the poor room. She looked at the sick woman. She looked at the child. Then she looked at the billionaire. Disgust filled her face. What kind of dirty meeting is this? She said. You poor people never learn your place. The room went silent. The billionaire stood up slowly. He stayed calm. But inside, a storm was rising. The truth was out. But the fight was just beginning. The rich neighbor woman stood in the doorway like a wall of stone. Her arms were crossed. Her eyes were cold. She looked at the small room with hate. This place smells, she said. Poor people bring dirt wherever they go. The sick woman lowered her head. The little girl held her mother's hand tighter. The billionaire stepped forward slightly. Please lower your voice, he said calmly. There is a sick woman and a child here. The rich woman laughed. A sick woman? She said. That is not my problem. She looked at the little girl. And this child, she said. Always begging. Always dirty. Always a problem. The girl's eyes filled with tears. The black maid rushed inside. I told you not to come here, the maid said nervously. She is sick. The rich woman turned to the maid. And you, she shouted. You are paid to work, not to help street trash. The maid looked down. I was only giving food, the maid said quietly. She is a child. The rich woman stepped closer. You think you are a hero? She said. I can fire you right now. The maid's hand shook. The billionaire watched. Every word cut deep. He wanted to shout. He wanted to reveal who he was. But he stayed silent. Not yet. The rich woman looked at him again. And you, she said. Who are you to walk into this trash house? I'm just someone who cares, he replied. She smiled with fake pride. Care, she said. Poor people use care to steal from rich people. The sick woman finally spoke. We never stole anything, she said weakly. We only asked for food. The rich woman rolled her eyes. Food today, she said. Money tomorrow. That is how it starts. The little girl cried softly. The billionaire felt his fists tighten. Enough. But still, he waited. The rich woman took out her phone. I should call the police, she said. Strange men. Poor people. Secret meetings. The maid stepped forward. Please, the maid said. There is no crime here. The rich woman smiled. I decide what is crime, she said. The billionaire stepped closer. If you call the police, he said, you will hurt a sick woman and a child. She looked at him up and down. And who will stop me? She said. The room went silent. The billionaire took a deep breath. He looked at the little girl. He looked at the sick mother. He looked at the maid. Then he made a choice. He lowered his voice. Do what you want, he said. But remember this moment. The rich woman laughed loudly. You sound like a poor man trying to act big, she said. She turned to leave. But before she walked out, she stopped. You, she said to the maid. If I hear you help them again, you are finished. The maid nodded slowly. The door slammed. Silence. Heavy. Painful. The sick woman started coughing again. The little girl rubbed her back. The billionaire helped her sit. I am sorry, he said. This should not have happened. The woman looked at him with tired eyes. This is our life, she said. They think we are nothing. The maid wiped her tears. They treat us like we are invisible, the maid said. The billionaire felt anger rise in his chest. Not loud anger. Cold anger. Dangerous anger. I will not let this continue, he said quietly. The woman looked at him. You cannot fight rich people, she said. They always win. He looked straight into her eyes. Not this time, he said. The little girl listened. Her small heart felt hope for the first time. Later that night, the billionaire sat in his car. His face was dark. His phone was in his hand. He made one call, then another, then another. Give me my lawyer, he said. Right now? Yes, sir, the voice said. He looked back at the poor house, then at the rich house. They think power is loud, he whispered. They will learn real power is quiet. Inside the rich house, the rich woman watched from her window. She smiled. She thought she had won. She did not know. She had just started a war. The city lights shined on the glass windows of the tall office building. Inside a private office, the billionaire sat in silence. His lawyer stood in front of him. Everything you said is serious, the lawyer said. If the child is yours, you have legal rights. The billionaire did not smile. I do not want only rights, he said. I want justice. The lawyer nodded. We will move quietly, he said. No noise. No warning. The billionaire looked at the city. They used silence to destroy my family, he said. I will use silence to rebuild it. The lawyer opened a folder. We found records, the lawyer said. Your family company blocked messages. Changed contact papers. The billionaire closed his eyes. So it was planned, he said. Yes, the lawyer replied. Very carefully. The billionaire's voice became cold. Then we will be more careful, he said. Meanwhile, at the rich house, the rich woman sat on a soft couch. She drank tea. She laughed on the phone. Those poor people are nothing, she said. They always beg, always cry. Her husband nodded. They will disappear, he said. They always do. They did not know. The ground under them was moving. Back in the office, the billionaire pointed to a file. That house, he said. I want it. The lawyer looked. The rich neighbor's house? He asked. Yes, the billionaire said. Buy it. Quietly. Through another company. The lawyer smiled slightly. Already in process, he said. The billionaire nodded. And the small house? He asked. We will buy that too, the lawyer said. Fix it. Upgrade it. The billionaire leaned forward. But not yet, he said. First, let them feel safe. The lawyer understood. Power works best when it is unseen. The black maid met the billionaire secretly later. She looked nervous. I am scared, she said. They are watching me. You are brave, the billionaire said. You are doing what is right. He handed her an envelope. For emergencies, he said. She tried to refuse. I'm not helping for money, she said. I know, he replied. This is for protection. She held the envelope with shaking hands. Thank you, she whispered. The little girl and her mother were taken to a small private clinic. Not a big hospital. Not yet. Quiet care. Safe care. The doctor spoke softly. She needs treatment, the doctor said. But she can survive. The billionaire felt relief for the first time. She will not be alone again, he said. The little girl sat beside her mother. She looked at the billionaire. Are you really staying? She asked. Yes, he said. I am not leaving. She did not smile, but her eyes were less scared. Back at the rich house, the rich woman started to feel strange. A bank call came. Then another. A business meeting was canceled. A contract was delayed. Her husband became angry. What is happening? He asked. I do not know, she said. Everything was fine. Across the city, the billionaire signed papers, property transfers, business reviews, legal notices, all silent, all legal, all powerful. He visited the poor house at night. He sat with the little girl. He brought books. He brought food. He brought light. She slowly started to talk to him. She told him about school, about kids who laughed at her clothes, about nights when her mother cried. Every word broke him. I should have been there, he said. You are here now, she replied. That simple sentence gave him strength. The black maid watched from a distance. For the first time in years, she smiled. She felt hope. The billionaire stood alone on a balcony that night. He looked at the rich house. Lights on, music loud, pride high. They think nothing can touch them, he whispered. His phone vibrated. The lawyer sent a message. Deal complete. The billionaire closed his eyes. Phase 1 was done. The trap was set. They were walking into it, smiling. The morning sun shined bright on the rich street. Everything looked normal, but nothing was normal anymore. The rich neighbor woman stood outside her house, talking loudly on her phone. I don't care, she said. Fix it. I want my money now. A black luxury car slowly turned into the street. Then another. Then another. People started to look. The rich woman stopped talking. She frowned. What is all this? She said. The car stopped in front of her house. Men in suits stepped out. Lawyers. Business people. Security. Then one more car stopped. The door opened. The billionaire stepped out. Calm. Quiet. Powerful. The rich woman laughed. You again? She said. What are you doing here? He did not answer her. He looked at the house. Then he looked at his lawyer. Now, he said. The lawyer stepped forward. Ma'am, the lawyer said. This property is no longer yours. The rich woman froze. What? She shouted. Her husband ran outside. What is going on? He asked. The lawyer held papers. This house was sold last week, he said. Through legal channels. The rich woman laughed again. That is impossible, she said. We never sold anything. The billionaire spoke for the first time. You did, he said calmly. You just did not know who bought it. Her smile slowly faded. The husband grabbed the papers. His hand shook. This is real, he said. The rich woman looked at the billionaire. You planned this, she said. Yes, he replied. Just like you planned to destroy my family. She looked confused. I don't know what you were talking about, she said. The billionaire stepped closer. You helped block messages, he said. You helped push a pregnant woman into poverty. Her face turned pale. That was business, she said. She was weak. The crowd started to gather. Neighbors came out. Phones came out. The billionaire raised his voice slightly. That weak woman is the mother of my child, he said. Gasps. Silence. Shalt. The little girl walked forward slowly. She held the black maid's hand. The sick mother followed. People looked. Whispers started. That child. She looks like him. The rich woman stepped back. No, she said. This is a lie. The billionaire knelt beside the girl. This is my daughter, he said. And I am done hiding. The girl looked at the crowd. She felt scared. The black maid stood strong beside her. The billionaire stood and faced the rich woman. You fired good people, he said. You treated humans like trash. The rich woman shouted. They are poor, she said. They should be thankful for scraps. The crowd turned quiet. The billionaire's voice became cold. No, he said. They should be treated with respect. He turned to the maid. This woman helped my daughter when no one else did, he said. The maid's eyes filled with tears. She risked her job, he continued. She showed more heart than any of you. The crowd started to murmur. The rich woman's husband spoke. Please, he said. We can fix this. The billionaire looked at him. You already fixed it, he said, by showing who you really are. Security stepped forward. The lawyer handed more papers. Your company contract is terminated, the lawyer said. Effective immediately. The husband's face went white. You can't do this, he whispered. I can, the billionaire said. And I did. The rich woman screamed. This is not fair. The billionaire looked at her calmly. You never cared about fair, he said. Now you will learn. He turned to the sick mother. You and my daughter will never beg again, he said. He turned to the crowd. Let this be a lesson, he said. Money does not make you better than anyone. The little girl slowly stepped closer to him. She looked up. You really came back for us? She asked. He nodded. Yes, he said. I am here. She hesitated, and she took his hand. The crowd watched. Some people clapped softly. The rich woman stood frozen. Her world was falling. Her pride was breaking. But the story was not over yet. Because trust was still healing. The street felt different now. Not loud. Not angry. Quiet. Heavy. Full of change. The billionaire stood beside his daughter. For the first time in many years, he was not alone. The rich house doors were closed. The proud voices were gone. The small broken house was still there. But hope was now standing in front of it. An ambulance arrived quietly. Not for show. Not for drama. For care. The sick mother was taken inside. The little girl held her hand tight. Don't leave me, the girl whispered. I'm right here, the billionaire said. You will never be alone again. The girl looked at him. She wanted to believe. But life had taught her to be careful. At the hospital, the room was clean. The bed was soft. The air smelled safe. Doctors moved fast. Nurses spoke kindly. The mother was connected to machines. The billionaire sat beside the bed. He held her hand. I'm sorry, he said, for every day you suffered. She looked at him weakly. We survived, she said. That made us strong. The black maid stood near the door. She fell out of place. She had never been in a place like this. You belong here, the billionaire told her. You are family to us now. Her eyes filled with tears. No one ever said that to me, she whispered. The girl sat in a chair. She watched her mother sleep. She watched her father. Her heart felt confused. Happy. Scared. Hopeful. Later that week, the mother started to get better. Slowly. Day by day. The doctor smiled. She's responding, they said. She will live. The girl smiled for the first time in a long time. She ran to the billionaire. She will be okay, she said. He knelt and hugged her. A real hug. Not careful. Not scared. Real. The black maid was given a new job. Not as a maid, but as a supervisor in the hospital support staff. She wore clean clothes. She walked with her head high. For the first time, she felt respected. The rich neighbor woman faced her own ending. Her friends stopped calling. Her money was frozen. Her name was in the news. People whispered when she walked. Not with fear, with shame. She sat alone in her big house. No loud voice. No power. Just silence. Meanwhile, the small broken house was fixed. Fresh paint. New windows. Clean walls. But the billionaire did not move them there. He gave them a new home. Not a mansion. A warm home. With light. With safety. With space to breathe. The girl walked into her new room. She touched the bed. She touched the books. She touched the toys. These are for me? She asked. Yes, he said. All for you. She sat on the bed slowly. Like she was afraid it was a dream. What if you go again? She asked softly. That question hurt him. He sat beside her. I cannot change the past, he said. But I can stay for the future. She looked at him. She studied his face. Then she leaned forward. She hugged him. Tight. Long. He closed his eyes. Tears came. Not of pain. Of healing. The mother watched from the door. She smiled weakly. This is all I wanted, she whispered. For my child to feel safe. The black maid stood beside her. You saved more than one life, the maid said to the billionaire. You gave us dignity. He shook his head. You gave it to yourselves, he said. I only opened the door. Months later, the girl went to a new school. She wore clean clothes. She raised her hand in class. She smiled. The mother walked without pain. She cooked again. She laughed again. The black maid walked into work with pride. People greeted her with respect. And the billionaire, he stopped running. He stopped hiding. He became a father. Not with money. With time. With presence. With love. One night, the girl sat beside him. Daddy, she said. Yes, he replied. Thank you for coming back, she said. He kissed her forehead. Thank you for waiting for me, he said. The camera pulls back. From the family. From the house. From the street. The same street. But now, not a street of pain. A street of second chances. A lesson for everyone. Never judge people by money. Never look down on the poor. Kindness can change destinies. And love can fix what power breaks.